I am not a fat ass. I am active brain and lip smacking peach deep, sometimes too aggressive in its honesty, and heart sweet, that loves wholly and completely whom it may choose, whomever it may choose. I am not gonna lie and pacify. I am arms to hold. I am lips to speak. I am a G. Strong legs that stroll off the 33 bus or out of a money green phantom comfortably. Knees that bend to pray, clean from Ajax washings. Hair that is thick and soft. Thighs that betwixt. An amazing, all expense, grand prize. I am eyes that sing, smile that brightens, touch that rings, and supplies euphoric release. I am a grand dame queen beast. I am warm, I am peace. From the roads of Botswana, from 23rd Street, from the inside, third eye, ever watching this wicked, wicked system of things I do see. I am friend to pen, and a lover of strong women, a diamond to men. I am curious and interested like children. I welcome the wise to teach, appreciator of my culture, thick not just from bone dents and eat. I have a rhythm in my ways and a practice in my seek, and yes, I do crave the rhythm of my space, with a man that rejoices in God's grace. With faith, I do hear to listen. Two hands that fist when force pushes to shove and your ego won't submit. I am gifted. I am all of this. And indeed, the shit. Clearly, I am not just an ass.
Yeah, that was Jill Scott. Love her, man. That was that woman, Ness Festo. Yeah. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. I just like poetry. So I'm gonna read some of this Pale Horse. See this William Cooper. Behold a Pale Horse. The Brothers brought it up. I had it on my computer. I've never read it, and I've had it maybe 2 years now. When I opened it earlier this morning, he was talking about the AIDS virus, and it just brought me to shambles. But when I opened it for the first time, I was reading the introduction because sometimes I want to know a little about the person who's writing the book. And I went browsing through, and I saw some stuff speaking on how he had some native in his blood, and back then the natives were out for blood. And it's just like they hijack everything and they switch it around. If we were out for blood, it was because we were being invaded, and it was coming pretty fast. But anyway, I'm going to start the introduction. Some time ago, I had the opportunity to meet William Cooper and his wife, Annie. It was part of my job to verify whether this man did indeed speak the truth or was just another person seeking fame and fortune. What I found was a rugged, bulldog-driven individual who was kind, thoughtful, and tender-hearted. He was truly concerned about you and your welfare. Bill knew that people were badly informed by a society which spoon-feeds you deception until there is no distinction between fiction and reality. He sees what many others see happening, and he is not afraid to do something about it. There are many who do not want you to know what Bill has to say. They have tried many times to stop him from saying it. The scars on his face and the loss of his leg are his badges of sincerity on your behalf. No one becomes popular by telling people the truth. History records what happened to the true prophets of the past. However, some have listened to their warnings and were not caught off guard. Others have put their heads in the sand and refused to listen. Bill has it together and has put it together for you so you can also be one of the informed of the world. A well-informed person can make the right decision. Bill Cooper has my vote of approval because I care enough to find out who the man is. Now is your opportunity. There have been many related sequential coincidences all throughout my life, incidents that by themselves would have led nowhere. Statistically, the odds against the same or a related sequence of events happening to one individual are astronomically high. It is this series of incidents that have convinced me that Haya has had a hand in my life. I do not believe in fate. I do not believe in accidents. And I'm going to interject back in there, convince me that God has had a hand in my life. Because I don't know who we worship or whatever. I know who I worship and who I believe in, which is Higher. I'm going to read this, being that it's a book as it's printed. I do not believe in fate. I do not believe in accidents. I cannot and will not accept the theory that long sequences of unrelated accidents determine world events. It is inconceivable that those with power and wealth would not band together with a common bond, a common interest, and a long-range plan to decide and direct the future of the irresponsible. I know that I would be the first to organize a conspiracy to control the outcome of the future. If I were such a person and a conspiracy did not yet exist, I would do it in an attempt to ensure the survival of the principles in which I believe, the survival of my family, my survival, and survival of the human race, if for no other reason. I believe, therefore, that a grand game of chess is being played on a level that we can barely imagine, and we are pawns. Pawns are valuable only under certain circumstances and are frequently sacrificed to gain an advantage. Anyone who has studied military strategy is familiar with the concept of sacrifice. Those who have seriously studied history have probably discovered the real reason we go to war on a regularly scheduled basis. Before reading this book, I advise you to play at least 2 complete games of chess. You must learn the rules they play by. You must realize objectively that some pieces are more valuable than others and that the king is the most valuable of all. You cannot learn reality if you get caught up in fantasy. That ifs and not fair. In the fantasy that if is not fair. You must come to know that the ultimate outcome of the game is the only thing that counts. You were lied to when you were told that it does not matter whether you win or lose. If how you play the game, winning in the world of the elite is everything. Indeed, it is the only thing. The power elite intend to win. It sounds like my kid. My research has shown at this point that the future laid out for us may be just about impossible to change. I do not agree with the means by which the powerful have chosen for us to reach the end. I do not agree that the end is where we should end at all. But unless we can wake the people from their sleep, nothing short of civil war will stop the planned outcome. I base that statement not on defeatism, but on the apathy of the majority of the American people. 25 years ago, I would have believed otherwise, but 25 years ago, I was also sound asleep. We have been taught lies. Reality is not at all what we perceive it to be. We cannot survive any longer by hanging on to the falsehoods of the past. morning. How did you sleep? Okay, so reality must be discerned at all costs. If we are to be a part of the future, truth must prevail in all instances, no matter who it hurts or helps. If we are to continue to live upon this earth at the point where we want may no longer matter, it is what we must do to ensure our survival that counts. The old way is in the certain process of destruction, and a new world order is beating down the door. To cling to the past is guaranteed suicide. To remain apathetic is assured enslavement. To learn the truth and then act upon it is the only means of survival at this moment. To shrug off the information contained in this book and to disregard it. The sugar making me confused. Sugar making me confused. Sweet sugar. Okay, to remain apathetic is assured enslavement. To learn the truth and then act upon it is the only means of survival at this moment. To shrug off the information contained in this book and to disregard its warning will result in the complete destruction of the Republic of the United States of America. You will never get a second warning or a second chance, like it or not. This is it. Start reality. You can no longer turn your head, ignore it, pretend as if it's not true. Say it can't happen to me. Run or hide. The wolf is at the door. I fear for the little ones, the innocents who are already paying for our mistakes. There exists a great army of occupationally orphaned children. They are attending government-controlled daycare centers and latchkey kids who are running wild in the street. And the lopsided, emotionally wounded children of single welfare mothers want only for the sake of more money in the monthly check. Open your eyes and look at them, for they are the future. In them I see the sure and certain destruction of this once proud nation. In their vacant eyes I see the death of freedom. They carry with them a great emptiness, and someone will surely pay a great price for their suffering if we do not act in concert with each other and ensure that the future becomes what we need it to be. Then we will surely deserve whatever fate awaits us. I believe with all my heart that God put me in places and positions throughout my life so that I would be able to deliver this warning to His people. And you see, there's a misconception of who these people were. Let's remember that. And that when He says God, we don't know if He was first with Jesus, or whoever, but He knew some truth by just going around being in the military and being in high places for a period in His life. Now, we do not, I believe with all my heart that God put me in places and positions throughout my life that I would be able to deliver His word to His people. I pray that I have been worthy and that I have done my job. This is my creed. I believe in God, the same God in which my ancestors believed. We know who His ancestors believed in. I believe, Steve Hajj, believes in Jesus Christ and that He was His Savior. Second, he believes in the Constitution of the Republic of the United States, which are those who invaded us. So let's remember that also. And that's without interpretation, as it is written in Mint's work. I have given my sacred oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, and that meant us too. And he intends to fulfill that oath